Imagine it's 3 a.m. A sudden, violent jolt rips you from your sleep. The world outside is chaos, but inside, it's the silence that's truly terrifying. The power is gone. You reach for a light switch out of habit, but nothing happens. A turn of the faucet confirms your fears. The water has stopped flowing. A quick look outside reveals blocked roads, downed power lines, and rising water. Help isn't coming. Not tonight, not tomorrow, not for at least 72 hours. The question is brutally simple. Are you ready? Most of us operate under a dangerous assumption, a normalcy bias that tells us major disasters happen to other people, in other places. We see it on the news and think, that's terrible, before changing the channel. We believe that in a crisis, emergency responders will arrive within minutes. But the hard truth, the one that emergency services themselves will tell you, is that in a widespread disaster, you are on your own for at least the first 3 days. What you do, with what you have, in those first critical 72 hours, will determine everything for you and your family. This isn't speculation, it's official guidance. FEMA, the Red Cross, and every major emergency management agency base their entire public preparedness doctrine on this 72-hour reality. Why so long? Because first responders are overwhelmed. They must first assess the scope of the damage, clear routes for access, prioritize critical infrastructure like hospitals and bridges, and establish a command structure. This all happens before the first supply truck can even think about rolling into a residential neighborhood. That's 3 full days, 72 hours, where you become your own first responder. You must provide your own clean water, your own food, your own shelter, and your own medical care. You are your own security. There are no grocery stores, no open hospitals, no 911 dispatch. The clock on your survival doesn't start when help arrives. It starts the very second the disaster strikes. Preparation is not a future event. It's a present-day necessity. So take a moment and think about your situation right now. If the lights went out for good, could you and your family survive for 3 days without any outside help? No running water to drink or flush a toilet? No electricity to cook food or charge your phone? No ability to simply go to the store for batteries or a can of soup? If you hesitated for even a second, if a knot of uncertainty tightened in your stomach, then you absolutely must pay close attention to what comes next. This isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. It's about taking control when everything else is out of control. Let's break down the critical 72-hour timeline. Hour 1 through 8, the panic phase. This is when chaos erupts. People realize something serious happened. Stores get rushed and emptied within hours. Gas stations run dry fast. ATMs stop working. Your first 8 hours are about immediate safety, getting to shelter, accounting for family members, and securing your space. What you need ready: a bug-out bag with essentials, a communication plan with family, and the mindset to act fast, not freeze. Most people waste these precious early hours in denial or panic. By hour 9, reality sets in hard. Hour 9 to 24, the reality check. The initial adrenaline has faded, and the silence of a world without power is deafening. This is the long, quiet moment where the gravity of the situation truly sinks in. The power is still out, and with it, the hum of modern life has vanished. Your phone, once a lifeline to the world, is now a dying piece of glass and metal, its battery percentage ticking down like a clock. This is the critical juncture where foresight and preparation create a clear divide between those who will endure and those who will falter. If you haven't prepared, you are now dangerously behind the curve, facing a cascade of systemic failures. Your first major challenge in this period is power conservation. That dying phone is your most critical link for information and emergency contact. Switch it to airplane mode or turn it off completely, only powering it on for brief, scheduled check-ins. Dim the screen to its lowest setting. If you have a portable power bank or a solar charger, now is the time to use it judiciously. Every milliamp is precious. But a far more urgent threat is looming. As municipal systems fail, water pressure is dropping to zero. This isn't an inconvenience. It's a life-threatening emergency. Dehydration is now your primary enemy. The rule of thumb is 1 gallon of water per person per day. Half for drinking, half for basic sanitation. That's 3 gallons per person to survive the 72-hour window. If your taps are dry, you must turn to your emergency reserves. Your water heater tank can hold 40 to 60 gallons of potable water. The tank of your toilet, not the bowl, holds another 2 to 3 gallons. But any water from an unsealed or questionable source must be purified. Without purification, you risk debilitating diseases like cholera or giardia, which are a death sentence in a crisis. Your 3 primary methods are boiling, chemical treatment, and filtration. Boiling is the most reliable. Bring water to a rolling boil for at least 1 full minute. Chemical treatment with iodine or chlorine dioxide tablets is lightweight and effective, but follow the instructions precisely as wait times are crucial. Lastly, a quality portable water filter can remove bacteria and protozoa on the go. Having multiple methods is not redundant. It's essential. One method might fail, but your need for safe water is constant. This 15-hour window is your last best chance to secure your water supply before desperation drives others to compete for the same scarce resources. Hour 25 to 48. The danger zone. This is the most dangerous period. Unprepared people are now desperate. They've run out of food and water. Looting increases. Tensions rise. Violence becomes more common. If you're prepared, you're rationing your supplies, staying low profile if necessary, and keeping your family safe. Here's what kills more people than anything else in the first 48 hours: exposure and hypothermia. You need water and purification, food and calories, but most critically, shelter and warmth. Hypothermia can set in within hours, even in moderate temperatures if you're wet or exposed. Hour 49 to 72, the final stretch. You're almost there. Professional help should be arriving, but there's no guarantee when or where they'll show up first. This is where mental toughness matters most. Staying calm, rationing remaining supplies, maintaining hope. People who prepared aren't just surviving, they're actually okay. They have what they need. They're not desperate. Based on emergency management experts and disaster response data, here's your 72-hour survival checklist. 3 liters of water per person, plus water filter or purification tablets. 3 days of non-perishable food, minimum 1,200 calories per day. Emergency shelter, tent, tarp, or emergency blanket. First aid kit with essential medications. Fire starting tools, waterproof matches, lighter, ferro rod, multi-tool or knife. Flashlight with extra batteries, emergency radio, hand crank or battery-powered, copies of important documents in waterproof bag, cash in small bills, ATMs won't work, warm clothing and rain gear, personal hygiene items, emergency whistle and signal mirror. All of this fits in one backpack. No excuses. Knowledge is only potential power. True power comes from action. So let's turn what you've just learned into a concrete plan starting right now. Your journey to resilience begins with 3 simple but crucial steps. First, subscribe to Survival Decoded and click that notification bell. Subscribing isn't just about one video. It's about committing to a mindset of readiness. We are constantly researching, testing, and updating our guidance to give you the most effective strategies. By joining our community, you ensure you're always equipped with the latest, most reliable survival intelligence. Second, go to the comments section and type, "I'm ready to prep." This isn't just a comment. It's a public declaration to yourself and others that you are taking this seriously. It's your first step in holding yourself accountable to build your 72-hour kit this week. Third, share this video. Think of one person, a friend, a family member, a coworker, who needs to hear this message. Preparedness is a community effort. The more people in your circle who are ready, the stronger and more resilient your entire network becomes when a crisis hits. Don't let them be caught off guard. When disaster strikes, the people who prepared don't become victims. They become survivors. The 72-hour rule isn't just a guideline, it's the fundamental principle that separates chaos from control, panic from purpose. It is the difference between life and death. Start building your kit today. The time to prepare is now, not when the sirens are wailing and disaster is already at your door. And to help you take that next step, our very next video is a complete practical breakdown of the exact bug-out bag setup that costs under $200 but covers all your essential bases. We'll show you what to buy, where to find it, and how to pack it for maximum efficiency. Stay prepared, stay safe.